If a picture could tell you everything that you need to know, I want you guys to look at this. This is a very brief story, but I got to tell you about this because it's really sad. And I just wish that we just had less bad people in our society. We got to band together. And I don't know. Let me give you guys a disclaimer first. Some viewers may find the following content offensive and controversial. The information in this video comes from multiple sources, including court records, official police charges, news web articles, and interviews. This video commentary also contains my personal opinions about the facts of this story. The point is to use this story as a cautionary tale in hopes of preventing tragedies like these to children going forward. Viewer discretion is advised. That is your official disclaimer. And let me remind you guys my stance. I don't believe in blaming guns as the problem. I believe in blaming the individuals who make bad choices with guns are the problem. Because you can use any tool to inflict damage and hurt people and cause people to lose their life, okay? I'm getting this story from the MaineWire.com, so thank you for the article. It's my first time reading from there. The young couple gunned down Monday night in Westbrook had recently relocated to Maine from Texas. So these are my Texas people. Makes me wish they would have stayed in Texas, but, you know, they were trying to move a little bit. They're from Texas with their 2 children. Michael Hayter, who's 41 years old, and Brittany McKinney Cockrell, who's 37 years old, were shot to death in front of their 7 and 11-year-old children by this fool, Marcel LaGrange Jr., according to Maine State Police, MSP, in what appears to be a random act of violence. And I wanted to talk about this because I wanted to spread this story, and I want people to be concerned about these children because they lost their parents and they're going to need support. So if there's a GoFundMe that pops up here, then, you know, definitely check that out and support them if you guys can, because those children are going to need it. They were just living their life out, and you just got this unstable fool who went out here and took somebody's life for absolutely no reason. Law enforcement hasn't said whether the case is being investigated as a hate crime. LaGrange, who's 24 years old, had previously told corrections officers at the Long Creek Youth Correctional Center in 2018, years ago, that he wanted to go on a shooting spree and kill innocent people, according to a report from the Portland newspaper. Those are his words. The Maine Wire reported Tuesday that LaGrange had a lengthy criminal history that includes assault, terrorizing, assaulting police officers, and arson, crimes which earned him brief stints in correctional facilities over the past 4 years. LaGrange had also previously been involved with a nonprofit that helps incarcerated youth rehabilitate through the arts. And I just think that some people cannot be rehabilitated, and I think this is one of them. Fox 23 WGME had reported, based on police sources, that the entire shooting was caught by surveillance camera. Of course, we're not going to show that, but I will let you guys hear the news videos. The outlet also reported that an anonymous woman, shortly before the shooting, had alerted the Portland Police Department to threats that LaGrange made against her. In those 4 days, I quickly realized that he was a very dangerous person, the woman said. So I asked not to have contact with him, which is what made him he just went insane. In text messages to the woman, LaGrange reportedly threatened to make other people pay for her rebuffed advances. And and this is what I'm talking about with these boys growing up and not valuing themselves. And then if they don't have any value of themselves, then they're going to go out into the world and do stupid stuff to other people. So because she didn't want this crazy ass idiot, he decided to go take the life of a mother and father trying to provide for their children. And now those children are left with no damn parents. How do you explain that to those kids? And now you wonder why didn't nobody want your stupid ass? If you ask me, he should never get a chance to be outside of prison ever again. If they got the death penalty, fine. If they don't, he should never get another chance after this. Depending on when that firearm was acquired, LaGrange would have been prohibited under Maine law from legally purchasing a firearm. State police investigators have yet to say how LaGrange obtained the firearm. Let me give you guys a fair usage. I've been doing real good about not going off and cursing and doing a bunch of crazy talking. So, because I just get real angered by stupid stuff like this, and stupid people really piss me off. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. And if you guys would, please continue to share these stories. I think they matter, and I hope they matter to more people. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. That helps us out quite a bit.
Tonight, family members here in Houston want answers after a husband and wife are shot and killed in front of their own children.
This happened in Maine, where the couple had moved recently. Our Grace White spoke to family members tonight and has the very latest on this investigation.
I spoke to Maine State Police just a few hours ago, and they told me this is not road rage. There's no known connection between the victims and the suspect. But when I asked about motive, they said it was too early to say.
Mike and Brittany, unarmed, defenseless, unaware of the danger.
For this grandfather, it's an unimaginable pain.
In that car that day are Mason and Maddie Bell. They each represent two gifts from God.
They are Jeff McKinney's grandchildren. He traveled from Houston to Maine to be by their side. Police say the children, an 11-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl, were in the back seat of the car when their parents, Michael Hayter and Brittany Cockrell, were shot and killed.
They were just shocked, man. They were shocked. They were staring at the dad, and like the older brother, man, he tried to hold the sister to the best of his ability, try to comfort her and everything.
On Monday, June 19th, people nearby rushed to help. Police arrested this man, Marcel LaGrange Jr. He's accused of shooting the couple while they were sitting in their car near an intersection. Family in Houston launched this GoFundMe for the children as this grandfather prepares to travel back to Texas, heartbroken.
We can all do better than that.
Let me show you guys real quick. They do have a GoFundMe up. The GoFundMe it's up there. Let me know what you guys think about this. The kids are going to need the support. They're definitely going to need the support. Brendan McKinney is an organizer, and right now they're asking, as you guys can see on the screen, for $250,000. They've collected $25,000 so far. If you guys want to donate, feel free. Donate to your heart's content, to whatever amount that you feel like is appropriate. $250,000. I know the family ain't gonna understand why I'm questioning that amount. But here's the thing. Gotta talk about these hard, difficult subjects. The people in the AFC, they understand exactly why I say this, because I've been preaching about life insurance for a long time. I've even brought experts that sell life insurance on my show, and they've talked about it multiple times. The importance, how affordable it can be, and to get educated. I could understand if maybe to a certain extent, if you haven't gotten life insurance on your children yet, please look into it. The parents were adults, middle-aged. I call myself middle-aged roughly because I'm 40. So I'm assuming they're pretty close to that age. Should have life insurance. So if you're asking for $250,000, then I'm assuming that they don't have life insurance. I'm not disparaging the family. I'm not trying to say anything negative about those who are trying to collect the funds, because those children are going to need that and so much more over time. Somebody's going to have to take them in and into their family and raise those kids. So please don't misunderstand what I'm saying. Life insurance would have definitely helped cover a big portion of this. That's what it's for. As tragic as this is, I wanted to talk about that because I take every opportunity to talk about life insurance and why it's important.
We must all do better than that.
I spoke to one of Brittany Cockrell's.
Starting with some disturbing news this morning, we have learned that the two people killed in downtown Westbrook, we told you about this all yesterday, they were shot in front of their children.
Our Kate McCusker joins us now live outside of the courthouse this morning where the suspect in these murders is set to appear later today. So Kate, what else have we learned here?
Well, we're learning more details about that fatal shooting and the identities of the victims. At around 8:30 on Monday night, the Westbrook Police Department responded to reports of gunshots. When they arrived on the scene, officers saw a man shoot a woman in a parking lot right off of Main Street.
He just heard the screaming from when the woman got shot, and then all he heard was the police yelling when the man was running that way.
Bystanders chased the suspected gunman down Main Street before tackling and disarming him. That suspect, 24-year-old Marcel LaGrange Jr. of South Portland, was taken into custody and charged with 2 counts of murder. At the scene, Brittany Cockrell was found dead on the ground and Michael Hayter dead inside the car. Police said the victim's 2 children witnessed the shooting from the back seat, an 11-year-old boy and a 7-year-old girl. They were not injured. The owner of the Arabic market saw it happen, and his nephew says he took action.
The police officer was still running after the shooter, and my uncle and another man, اثنيناتكم انت عمي فايز مو طلعتهم؟ Just my uncle got him out of the car, and just like so he didn't have to see them.
While LaGrange was running from police, he also physically assaulted a 75-year-old man during the chase. Police don't believe LaGrange knew the victims. He's being held on 2 counts of murder at the Cumberland County Jail, and he will be facing a judge right here this afternoon at 1. Live in Portland, I'm Kate McCusker for Maine's Total Coverage.
So again, like I said, I don't expect for everybody to understand where I'm coming from, but just to reiterate the importance of life insurance, please have it, because death is going to happen to all of us. We don't know when, we don't know how, we don't know why, but it will happen. But we have to have that coverage, okay? You know, especially for our children in a situation like this. But somebody like this, life in prison, if they got the ultimate penalty under law, but I'm telling you, this person should never get an opportunity to see the light of day ever again. Solitary confinement, whatever. Just the worst punishment. But if you guys would, just keep those children in your prayers and pray that they can grow up and become something great and persevere. And just pray for the caretakers that are going to be having to take this on as their responsibility, okay? Thank you guys so much for listening to the story. Put hands up to that family, all right? Thank you.